Hey guys, Bicebump here, bringing you another Frost DK Dragonflight video. Today we're taking a look at the quite massive buffs we saw announced the other day that will become live next reset. So that will be Tuesday for you Americans and Wednesday for everyone else. They're up here, right? Let's go through them, talk about how they impact us and how good they actually are and what situation, right? First of all, Unleashed Frenzy duration increased to 10 seconds or 6 seconds. This is such a nice quality of life upgrade. I played Frost in Mythic Plus, specifically Obliteration, and having to deal with Unleashed Frenzy upkeep is quite a pain. Moving that to 10 seconds will make it significantly easier to deal with. It means that you will be wasting far fewer grind procs because you need to prioritize Glacial Advance and Frost Strike. And it will also mean that we just do more damage overall because it's going to be easier to keep off the strength buff. So we're going to have on average more strength. Very nice buff. It's not that impactful, but it will make the gameplay much smoother to play. Next one, Cleaving Strikes Obliterate now hits 2 additional targets, was 1. So this is huge, right? This is like such a big buff to Frost in Mythic Plus, specifically Obliteration Frost. It's going to be like 50% more damage in our damage windows, right? Currently, when you put down Deafening K with Cleaving Strikes, your Obliterate hits 2 targets, right? With the change, we're going to hit 3 targets, so a 50% increase. Just imagine, you know, hitting one Oblit, doing a 250k to 3 targets. It's really juicy. This is by far the most significant buff. And it's specifically targeted at Mythic Plus, which most of these are, to be honest. I think this is what's going to bring Frost from being, you know, a bit lower than we'd like to being much more competitive. And I think it's going to push Obliteration from something that I believe was already like the go-to build for the majority of people to being like the go-to build. I don't think Breath can compete with Obliteration in Mythic Plus unless the group is incredibly coordinated and you're playing in a very high key, right? So it's going to definitely be the significant upgrade for Obliteration. It helps Breath as well, right? You use Deafening K, you did Cleave with Breath, but it's not even close to how significant it is because Obliterate's damage all comes from those Deafening K windows, yeah? Very happy about this. Can't wait to try it out on Wednesday and see how high I can go. I don't think we're going to go as high as Unholy in most cases, but like this is such a big one. I'll talk about like the overall impact, but I think this one alone is like, you know, upwards to 15% DPS increase in Mythic Plus. It's really, really big. We have a couple of minor. We have some damage increases to abilities. So Frost Weaver up by 15%, Glacial Advance up by 20%, Frost Strike increased by 10%, Frostwell's Aid increased by 100%, and Frost Scythe increased by 35%. These are all nice, like Frost Fever, Glacial Advance are buttons that deal quite a lot of damage to us in Mythic Plus, so it's good. It means that it's just a nice buff to Frost really, makes it deal a bit more damage overall. Frost Strike is not that impactful, this increase is like less than 1% DPS increase on a single target fight. It's still nice though. Frostwell having, you know, 100% increased damage. I think this is nice. It doesn't do that much. It doesn't feel, when you press it, you don't feel the damage part of it. It's all about buffing your Obliterate. So it's nice that they increase that, so you get that feeling that you're hitting something with it. Frost Scythe being up by 35%, you know, this won't see us playing Frost Scythe, right? Cleaving Strikes just means that Frost Scythe is generally not worthwhile to press. Obliterate is still so much more damage. And I'm not sure if they can do anything to kind of help it. It needs to, right, I think for Frost Scythe to be viable and see play again, it needs to have some kind of interactivity with Deafening K, so it doesn't immediately get shoved to the side whenever you pop down Deafening K and you use Cleaving Strikes, right? It needs to maybe hit twice when you're sending Deafening K, that kind of vibe, so it becomes a viable alternative. Maybe we could see it played with Breath of Sinagosa, but again, it doesn't generate that much runing power when you press it, which means that, yeah, I don't think Frost Scythe will be played even with a 35% bump. Anyway, overall, so the significant part here is definitely 15% more damage when you do Obliterate Cleaves in Deafening K. Huge change. The other DPS increases are nice. Frost Fever, Glacial Advance, Frost Whelp, all will help quite a lot in Mythic Plus. Overall, we're looking at 15 to 20% overall increase in AoE scenarios. So I think that's roughly what you can expect in Mythic Plus. So if I did 114k last week, it's going to be bumped up towards 130 next week. Very excited to actually try it out, see what it can do, how viable it is, and hopefully show you that, you know, Frost Obliteration two-hander build is now something you can definitely play and do very competitive damage with. I don't think it's going to be meta, right? Probably not meta, but I definitely feel like it's going to be much less of a kind of I'm pulling my group down kind of vibe, which you have seen a little bit of in the past. Sorry about that. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know, what do you think about these changes? Did they address what you wanted it to address, right? This is specifically, right? It is for Mythic Plus. 100% all these changes are for Mythic Plus. So the raid, it won't change a thing there. PvP, I don't think it matters. I don't know. I don't play much PvP. It's all Mythic Plus, and I think that is where Frost needed help becoming more competitive, right? Let me know in the comments, what do you think? What changes would you like to see, right? What do you think they missed the mark somewhere, right? Let me know. Upvote, downvote, depending on what you thought about this video. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.